Hello fine people of the internet, welcome back to Spanner with this stupid hat he bought online for a whole video. As you're probably aware, last year there was a Halloween. It's weird, it's almost like an annual occurrence. With this most hallowed of eves came a game many have been clamouring for since Luigi got a dog. Linguini's Jump Scare Tower Majigger.
Of course I speak of Luigi's Mansion 3, a game many have been asking for since the second game broke formula. This game sees our titular Italian tasked with ridding a whole hotel of dastardly spirits that wander the halls restlessly.
Do you get it? Because in a hotel you're supposed to be well rested, and this juxtaposes that prerequisite whilst also serving as a play on words, and I've ruined the joke by overextending.
So our plucky plumber and his clique are invited to a luxury hotel run by Helen Graverly. The hotel is a brilliant gold which totally isn't pretentious, and the tower is the only architecture for miles. Truly this is the last resort.
That was bad even for me.
So after the warm welcome, our green-clad hero heads to his room and immediately falls asleep despite it still being light out. Even Mario and Peach say night to him. I don't know what kind of wacky clock these guys are on, but it sure as hell ain't natural.
You could even call it supernatural.
Luigi wakes from his ill-conceived nap to find his room, and the whole RIP suites for that matter, utterly spookified. He reaches for his trusty flashlight that he decided to bring for some godforsaken reason, and decides to explore the floor. Soon he finds Helen with an old friend of his, Mr. King Boo.
You know, I like how they aren't all coy about it like in Dark Moon. They know we expect King Boo, so why not just throw him out there in the first act? Really upping the ante, eh, Shuggy?
So Luigi flees like a deer at the faintest sound into a laundry chute that the villains can't follow him down because of plot convenience, or because King Boo is too thick. Down here his deadlock leads him to Egad's chick wagon, where he finds the poltergust G00.
You know, I don't think Egad can count. He starts with 3000. 3001 is a vacuum that is also a go-kart. Revolutionary, I know. 5,000 is just there afterwards, where's 4,000? Who cares? And then G00. And I'm sure the more observant of you in the audience have noticed that G00 is not a number!
So Lugu runs off upstairs to find some goobs and suck some light dust. This leads him to find Egad himself hung on the wall in a painting, which looks kinda tacky, not gonna lie. King Boo really needs a better interior designer. In order to get Egad out, Luigi runs off to find the Dark Light device.
Much like in real life, the Dark Light device shows you secrets, although these ones aren't your deepest mistakes, they just serve the gameplay. Also, it makes flat people not flat, like they are 3D again and they can walk around and do cool things, but that doesn't work in real life. Maybe one day, my love.
You take him back to the basement where the steward is working his ectoplasmic hiney off for minimum wage. You suck him and then Egad gives you the new loadout rundown, like the classy new suction shot, because apparently this game didn't have enough innuendos. The plunger allows for even more interaction with the environment, and lets you disarm ghouls with ease, instead of being forced to wait with the strobe like in Dark Moon. We also finally get a jump button in the form of burst. This allows Luigi to elevate himself, and also shoots out high pressure air to push back ghosts when they're getting a little too close for comfort. Once Egad briefs you, he sends you on a briefcase to collect his briefcase from his room in the RIP suite. Here we meet our second character ghost, the maid. She takes a fondness to the case for whatever reason, and can also make it face through solid walls because there is no consistency. This is a good time to bring up the character ghosts themselves. Dark Moon famously scrapped character ghosts and introduced multiple mansions to prolong playtime. I liked this approach, but I much prefer the larger map, even if they're limited to one wacky cartoon ghost a floor. The character ghosts themselves are really the heart and soul of the series, and their return ushers in a new age of funny. Don't get me wrong, the physical comedy the greenies and goobs are used for is great, but the added depth that comes from character variance is wonderful. Once you fling the maid around by her stomach enough, you suck her up and get Egad's case. This case is revealed to contain Gooigi.
We finally get the tasty lime jelly man. I have been informed he tastes like coffee. I no longer wish to put him in my mouth.
This old gooey dude is the best gameplay element of this game. The depth he brings to puzzles is unrivaled, and I think I like him so much, I'm gonna campaign for him to be an Echo Fighter in Smash. So Gooigi only has 25 health, but aside from that he's functionally identical to Luigi. He can also slide through grated pipes in a very Mario Bros fashion, but do not under any circumstances get him soggy. He does not like being wet. Gooigi can't die. Whenever he's incapacitated he returns to the poltergust. So what does Gooigi allow? I'm glad you asked, you curious quail. Gooigi allows for twice the suckage at any one time, meaning he can operate components of a puzzle whilst you move Luigi to the goal. This comes in very useful around halfway through the game on floor 8. Paranormal Productions.
Yeah, old spooky Disney.
On this floor, Luigi must find Morty, the undead director, his lost megaphone so he can finish his masterpiece. To do this, Luigi takes control of the cameras on 4 different sets, whilst Luigi interacts with the sets themselves. The twist is, through the camera lens, the sets become real, putting Luigi in a burning town, a medieval castle, a scary well, and a tiny table. This gimmick is elaborated on as you must bring props from one set to another to complete the puzzles, and bring Morty back his megaphone. Once he has it, he ushers you into the final set, where you fight a Ghost Godzilla and use the blow function on your poltergust to shoot the fireballs back into his mouth, destroying the suit and letting you vacuum up the nude goob.
This is just one of the many uses Luigi sees throughout the game. You know, he gets more use in this one than the game he debuted in, which was Luigi's Mansion, the remake on 3DS. But no one talks about that game because the GameCube one is better.
Of course, not all mechanics are as refined as Luigi. Once you make your way to basement floor 2, you find the Boiler Works, a flooded mess in our government mandated water level. Of course, Luigi can't maneuver in deep water. In fact, it damages him. Why? Why is this grown Italian man harmed by foot deep water? You see, the poltergust is heavy, so he can't swim whilst wearing it. This means for the whole Boiler Works, Luigi is hopping in and out of these rubber duckies so he can get the hillbilly to give him the floor button he needs. For the most part, this isn't too bad, using Luigi on land to allow Luigi passage. This all changes when the shark goobs get added. These buggers swim up to Luigi, and if you so much as graze one, you get reset and lose 10 health. This wouldn't be that much of an issue, but the only time you encounter them is in a tight corridor with no room to move, meaning you have to lure them to one side, then quickly sneak past the other. This would be fine, I guess, if you didn't also have to wrestle with the wonky water controls. To move Luigi in this state, you have to blow the poltergust, making him ungodly slippery and inverting his controls. Sucking is slightly better for maneuvering, but it moves so slowly that it's not useful in the shark encounter.
You could say Luigi's dead in the water.
My favourite part of all this is once you catch up to the hillbilly who's been making your life a living hell, he hops onto a goddamn inflatable swan and you have to push him into spike sliding the area using your own infernal inflatable just to suck him up. Of course, this takes about 3 or 4 cycles, prolonging my suffering just that tiny bit more. Then we're free of the Boiler Works. Until we aren't.
Of all the areas we have to backtrack to.
Once Luigi makes his way to floor 12, the spectral catch, he finds his progress impeded by the lack of a door into the restaurant proper. In order to proceed, Luigi must return to EGAD and receive an upgrade for the poltergust. The catch being the toad EGAD sent down to get the part has gotten lost in the Boiler Works, requiring Luigi to go down and find both the toad and the part. This visit isn't as painful as the previous, as all the water's been drained, leaving us only with some bad AI to play with.
At least now, we get the super suck.
The part EGAD needed allows Luigi to turn the suction up to 11, only requiring an external power source to literally suck a pirate ship off a wall and then go fight a literal ghost shark. This super suck completes Luigi's arsenal.
Speaking of completion, let's talk collectibles. That was smooth as f***.
Of course, the game has hordes upon hordes of cash lying around, from the humble coin to magnificent pearls. There is no possible way to complete this game poor. It basically pours money into your pockets and doesn't stop once they're filled to bursting. But money can only get you so far, and no matter what, it can't fill the void in your heart. That's what the real collectibles are for. Each floor has a boo and 6 gems. The goo in the poltergust will vibrate and flash as you encroach on a boo's hiding spot, and once you find them, you need to stun them with your dark light device, suck in their tongues and smash their bodies into the ground like some sort of psychopath. I don't care how dead you are, that's going to give you a killer headache. Once you beat their health down to 0, you slurp them into your hoover and pretend that the encounter never happened. Each boo has a name, and each name is a boo pun, so they're automatically the greatest aspect of any game ever made by mortal man.
I like Luigi. He's not even a Luigi. Look, he's not got a hat. You can have mine.
Gems, the other collectible, are scattered throughout the floors and take a bit more problem solving to attain. Well, aside from crystal goobs, those are as easy as shake thing and slam ghost into floor. Each gem on the floor has a specific cut. The first 5 floors have rather mundane cuts, but as you scale the tower, you find more and more outlandish cuts. My favourite are for sure the King Boo gems you find on the top floor. They're so ridiculous and I love it. Unfortunately, the rewards you get are rather boring, that being a boo skin for your flashlight and crystal plungers respectively.
And of course, those are only good for one thing. Flexing on people.
Which leads me nicely into the online aspect of this game. Much like Dark Moon before it, Luigi's Mansion 3 has the Scarescraper, a tower of fear Luigi and a set of 3 clones must conquer using the real superpower of teamwork. This mode is great fun, letting you run around from room to room hunting down every type of ghost bar one in order to proceed to the next floor. As for the other mode, Scare Park, I don't have any friends so I haven't played it.
And with that, I think it's finally time I talk about the ending.
So once you've sucked every boss ghost this hotel has to offer, you find Mario's portrait. Being a kind soul, Luigi frees his brother, who leads him to the roof to free Peach herself. Side note, but Mario jumping like in a Mario game feels so weird, seeing as Luigi is limited movement wise. Once Luigi frees Peach, King Boo appears to stuff them all into a nice family portrait. Thankfully, Luigi's dog shoves him out of the way, ticking King Boo off and starting the fight, which is strikingly similar to the Boo Losses fight. I wonder why. I got stuck for a bit before I realised I had to use Gooigi to suck King Boo's tongue for the first time, but once we got over that hurdle, nothing could stop me from reaching phase 3, where King Boo supersizes the portrait and prepares to put the whole hotel in the painting to capture Luigi once and for all. This starts a super tense countdown, but thankfully our green friend is nimble enough to suck King Boo into his tiny hoover and save all his friends. Once King Boo is defeated, Luigi lands his hands on the gigantic jewel from his crown. Then the hotel collapses and Luigi falls to his death.
There are no happy endings.
Of course, the beloved Polterpup saves his life, allowing him to free his friends and let the credits roll. After the credits, you're ranked on your performance in the game, how much coin you got and stuff. This concludes Luigi's Mansion 3. The game's amazing. It oozes style and charm like an ill-conceived sponge, and it's undeniably the best game in the series. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe, you know, the usual. I hope to see you in the not so far future this time. 5-month upload gaps aren't ideal, to be frank. Bye bye.
Speaking of collectibles, let's talk completion. That's not the line.